If he did talk to anybody, he'd talk to you, because he ain't too happy with any of the other ones.
Is he mad at me? I tried to stick up for him.
He ain't mad at nobody.
Because you know what, like, Jody Sue has like put out a lot of untrue stuff, and I really wanted to talk to him about that. I mean, I'm supposed to leave tomorrow, but she was trying to say that I've had questions I've been writing down for over since I left, like that people want to know. I mean, you're a good source too, because I mean you were here with him also. I didn't know that he was like basically second cousins with Andy, and I didn't know his dad was Ben Hill either. That's cool. Or his grandfather was Ben Hill. But Ben Hill's kind of famous in this, like, on this road, kind of, because he's, I don't know. So she was trying to say, like, Fred is a jokester, and he was, like, he played a joke on me about the bone thing. Oh my god, the shit I got about that. I'm like, I really just don't think so. And if it was something that was set up, it was not meant for me, because he didn't even know. I think if somebody just put that there to try to mess with the people that were in town, I feel like it would have been for like the other group. But I wanted people to meet him, besides myself, because I'm like, they were like, you guys are so nice. You know what I mean? And because people keep asking my impression, and I'm like, I thought he was like super nice. I thought both of them were really nice. So, you know, are you sleeping?
I was just laying down. I hadn't even seen it today.
Well, I could let you go, and since you don't feel well.
What time are you leaving tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm supposed to leave at check-up's supposed to be 11, but I wonder if you think he's down over at his mom? I didn't even look up there to see if
I doubt it. I think he had to go uptown.
Is he still drive that truck?
Yeah.
So that's how I'll know if he's here?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and it's okay too if I come in and he's like not really wanting to answer. That's the way I understand. I mean, because I don't know how much shit he got since when I was here. I don't know if he had gotten any kind of problems with Jody Sue.
Wasn't really Jody Sue. She ain't said nothing, but they pretty much called us liars.
But everything that he said has pretty much matched up. The only thing that didn't seem to make sense, I told people I think it was he's mistaken, which is everybody does, or it's confused. It's about Rose Bly thing.
Yeah, Rose. The thing there is, before all this happened, what that was, and he thinks that she was lived here before summer.
So he really feels like that she was living here, or living in the area. Mm-hmm. I hope I don't block him from getting in if he's pulling up.
How about I just tell him that you'll come at a certain time tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, I can come back in a couple hours, like, if he'll be, and if he's not here, then he's not here, and I can come by tomorrow, too.
Okay.
I mean, do you think it's dangerous for me to come out here at night?
Oh, no.
I mean, I'm not scared of you guys all. People are like, oh, you can think that Brad Middlecourt's a scary guy, like, that shot somebody in the neck. I'm like, you guys do not know what you're talking about. He was shot at first.
Yes.
I mean,
Greg has done everything in his power to keep that man from fucking shooting.
Yeah.
Hurting somebody else. Hurting him. And Fred asked him to leave before it ever even happened. And when Fred told him that the law was coming, the man looked at him and told him, said, fuck you, I ain't afraid of the law. He said, let's play then. He fucking opened up. What do you do? I mean,
you back? He obviously, the cops, like, I I mean, they're not going to let him just, like, drop charges, or they're not going to just drop charges just because, he won't press charges on that guy. It's not up to anybody. Now, I understand that there was an agreement made, but where the guy was going to try to press some type of charges or something, but the state didn't pick up any charges, and that's what's important. The state always picks up charges if there's, like, something.
Trisha family, too. I mean,
I can't find anything really on his back. You don't have anything, really. He doesn't have anything. I'm like, I mean, he had an incident with child neglect, but I think
I'm not Tina, by the way. My name's Lora.
Oh, shit. Oh, wait, did you tell me it was Tina last time? Oh my God, I am so sorry.
That's his first love.
Oh no. Oh man. Are you guys actually married, or you're just not married?
We're not.
Oh, that's why.
We've been together 20 years.
I don't know. I keep saying Christina. So have you've seen my channel?
Mm-hmm.
So how come he doesn't answer his phone ever, or text back, or?
I'm thinking of really how he's doing there. He just listens to everybody talk on there mostly.
I mean, no, because he gave me a phone number to text him.
Text now?
I don't know if it's the same.
We ain't got a phone now, or we ain't got no internet here.
Oh, so even if you got a phone that it wouldn't work, like even if I got you guys a phone that wouldn't work out here?
I don't know.
Like how, because his reception's like, I can get you guys a phone. I mean, you guys need a phone for emergencies, especially with all this crazy shit going on. Like, can you call 911 here? Even if the phone, you have something to call 911. I know my phone doesn't give me reception out here, but I think, I mean, if you had, let's see. But you don't have internet you can connect. But you can connect to the internet down there at your mom or your mother-in-law's, right?
Yeah. This one was an amazing place. We
go to look into something like that where, can you get deliveries out here? Mm-hmm. So will Amazon deliver out here?
Yeah.
That would be the most convenient thing. Where everything is on Amazon. And its address is 165?
No, it's 160. No, 207. It's up here.
207. Mm-hmm. Oh. So 165 is his mom's or something?
Yeah, 167.
Well, when he got arrested for the shooting and the net.
down there.
Oh, okay. I'm going to look into that.
We were taking care of his dad here.
Okay. Yeah, because his dad passed, when was that? 20
passed in November.
Oh, yeah, that was really recently.
Well, 4 days later, my mom died.
Oh. I wish you guys would. Did you guys remember how to email or anything? Any of that type of stuff? Well, okay, listen. All I found on I don't know what type of charges you guys have. I have charges, okay? I'm not a felon, but I've been arrested for marijuana and DUIs. So I don't think that means anything. I didn't find any like horrible charges on him. Like child looked like it was bad, but I think it was from what I found on it looked like some type of incident happened and the kids were around, or some type of kids were around and it got him in trouble. I don't know, but that's the only thing that I saw as far as like, and he might have a mass like possession or something like that, drug stuff.
I got in trouble when I was younger for marijuana.
Yeah, that's not a big deal. That's like nothing.
25. I've been 2.5 years.
Oh, did you just keep, did you violate, was it for dealing or something?
I was just wrongfully.
Dealing for, oh my God, dude.
They got my drug testers.
Hey, do you mind answering a couple questions that maybe you might be able to? I don't know if you can. Or how are you feeling? Do you need to lay down?
Alright.
I can come back tomorrow if you'd rather just like rest. I could try to come back in a couple hours and see if he's here. I don't know. He might hear that I was by and just kind of like go hide somewhere.
I asked you actually. He said that he's the only one that ever said anything or tried to dig up for him.
Yeah, because he's freaking nuts. You guys are nice. Like, why would I? Who cares? Like, all those people talking shit have way worse charges than any of these. I mean, come on.
Get back, Sissy. I'm gonna get my cigarette.
Okay. I cannot believe I kept calling you Christina. I wish he would have emailed me and told me. Because I feel bad. I'm sorry. I cannot believe I kept saying that. It's actually Lora. Lora. Underlying it a million times. Well, that's because I found, I don't know. I don't know why I thought your name was Christina.
No, you thought it was Tina. Tina Marie Hill.
Yeah. Is her name not really Christina?
It's Tina. It's regular Tina.
Oh, okay. Okay. And you guys have been together a long time. Okay. Last time I was here, it was like so cold. If you remember, we were like freezing to death out there, and then this time it's like, oh my God. I went to the one of the vigils for summer, and it was miserable. It was so hot. How well do you know Jody Sue?
I don't know her that well. I just know her.
You know, do you know that there's a lot of, lately, even a lot more since we were out here last, there's a lot more people thinking she was involved in somehow, and not like where she did something this summer, but that she possibly sold something to, I mean, that's I don't know. She just seems she was really too worried about me talking to Fred, and it was weird. Do you know why? Do you think that maybe Fred knows about her and some drug stuff, and that's what she's worried about? Because if it's just that, then
They don't know nothing on them. Not drugs related.
yeah.
Cause I don't like them. Our horse got loose one night, and I ran into her and Andy as I was going out walking out the holler looking for that little horse we had. And they told everybody that I was walking in and out of the holler with a flashlight, smoking meth, which is bullshit.
Yeah.
If I'm smoking anything, it's pot.
Yeah. And anybody smoking meth is not going to... Oh, that's right. She said somebody left a meth pipe at the end of her driveway. Was she trying to blame it on you? A smashed one is probably something she made up.
She was stealing little stuffed animals that they had hanging up at the bottom of their heels. She said that they took me out to town, give me a ride, let me out, and somehow I beat them back to town, and just so I could steal their little stuffed animals off their mailbox.
Is she kind of mental like that? Does she have major mental issues? I mean, is she known for that? Because it's just, she's coming up with some weird,
Gray told me that she said her daddy sold her when she was 16 or 13.
Yeah. That, I do believe something like that, because I know her dad, he just passed, I think, but he was in prison for rape. So we just figured that out recently. I didn't know. Last time I was out here.
I don't believe that shit.
What that?
I don't believe anything she says, but I think she's just trying to look like and get sympathy.
And money?
No. She just wants people to feel sorry for her.
She's one of those that just likes the attention?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, that's what it's looking like.
She can come up with, make herself look a little better.
Do people come out here and harass you guys?
No.
What about her? Does she get harassed that you know of? I don't know if you know where her new location. I mean, I know where she's at. I know her. She's over. I feel like something's missing up here. I don't know.
They burned all these stuff we had up there. We getting ready to go to her house.
Who burned it?
We don't know. We came back and the mountain was on fire. And they burned every bit of supplies we had up there on the hill. We just got the rest of it. 3 days before, he was going to start on Monday building this place, and somebody set the mountain on fire.
Wow. Yeah, you know, people gave me so much shit for having my daughter with me last time I was out here, and like, you know, like it was. I'm like, I don't feel scared at all out here at all. Like, you know.
There ain't nothing to be scared of. We ain't gonna hurt nobody, or nobody's gonna hurt them.
It's not even
somebody brings trouble. Don't bring trouble in my house, and I ain't bring it to yours.
Right. And I don't think it's just, no, it's not like just, they're not saying that about you guys per se. It's just like anybody on Ben Hill, like Ben Hill's just like so.
But that's just it. If you don't bring trouble, you don't expect trouble.
Right. Do you know if what about that whole scream thing that Jody Sue mentioned? Is that true? Do you know?
Scream?
The day Summer went missing, one of her stories is that she heard a scream.
I don't have no idea.
Yeah, that's something I forgot to ask Fred last time I was here, and the police said it was unfounded, but...
Have they found out anything new?
No, not really, and everything's, I mean, it's pretty much the same, but everybody's eyes are really, really on Jody Sue, bad, and I don't know what she knows. Did you know Andy very well at all?
No.
I mean,
I don't know him that well.
Did he have a bad reputation or anything?
Mm-mm.
Did Jody Sue have a bad reputation?
For being a whore.
Oh, really? Would she sell herself? Like, you mean literally a whore, or...
Nasty whore.
Like making money?
Yeah, she used to work at Bottoms Up.
Oh, isn't that a stripper place? Mm-hmm. Okay, but she actually used to sell herself besides just dance?
From what I was told, she was... Well, I don't know if you heard the Cloud Apartments up in Kingsport. They tore a whole freaking section of housing out just because of Andy and her. Whether they waited or they lived.
Oh, it was so gross?
Yeah. Because the whole place was condemned for roaches. And
so Cloud Apartment in Kingsport. Okay, yeah. So they lived there at one time. When people thought that she was one that would sell herself, like, did she have a pill problem? Pill problem? Is that was her drug of choice?
I think it's coke or crack.
Because usually, like, I used to be hooked on pills back in the day. That's one of the things I've talked about on my channel. Usually people have. I thought that she looked. I mean, it would make sense how long she stays on her channel. But usually people have, like, you know, they try to say, oh, you know, the way people, I don't know, the way Dawn and Jody Sue painted Fred is like, oh, he's out doing meth like 24/7 or something. He was not high. I've done meth. I've done every drug possible. I know what it looks like when somebody's on. Their pupils are big, okay? I could tell that he was not, I mean, he just woke up that second time, and so he couldn't have been smoking or doing any type of like that right before I talked to him. And that stuff is out of your system so fast, and So I'm like, no, and I don't, do you guys even drink? Yeah, I didn't smell alcohol or anything. I would have smelled it if I don't drink anymore.
I don't drink or do anything but smoke a little bit of pot.
Yeah, it's like people think just because, somebody might dabble occasionally in certain drugs that means, that they're addicted to it. That's not, I mean, I figured that maybe Fry did some type of speed sometimes because he said that Dawn came down here and asked him if he wanted to do any. But that doesn't mean that somebody's doing it like every day, all day long, and that they're, spun out of their mind like 24/7.
It's okay, baby.
How long ago was it that she was known as somebody who would sleep around for money? Even while she was with Andy, did he know about it? Was he okay with it, you think?
All I know is he took her to and from work and picked her up.
But
she didn't have a good name when I first moved to Tennessee.
Now, how long ago was that?
And that's been 20 years.
So
me and Fred's been together 20 years.
20 years? But does she still do those type of things, you think? Do you think she's still into drugs real bad, or is it just like occasional, or?
I don't know what she does now. I know she probably thinks she smokes pot.
No, that's not a big deal. That doesn't count.
But I'm not heard that she's done anything recently. I can't say that I've seen her hide or anything like that.
Yeah.
But that truck, that maroon truck that they was looking for,
yeah.
Jody Sue was driving the damn thing. That little Toyota truck.
She's still driving it? Or?
I know it was her mom was driving it.
So she was driving around that maroon truck around that time? She was?
Because it was 2 days later, she come in the holler and moving her stuff out from Randy's, driving that truck.
This 2 days after Summer went missing?
Well, after y'all come that day.
Oh.
It was 2 or 3 days after that. She gave me a ride in the holler.
And she was driving that truck.
We broke down in that yellow truck. We broke down to the front of the holler. And she just gave me a ride on up here because they was trying to get his truck on in the holler. And she gave me a ride on up here. And we hadn't seen that truck until that night, and Fred's like, did you realize what truck that was? I said, yeah. I said, that's that damn yellow truck. What truck is they're looking for? Maroon truck they're looking for, ain't it?
Yeah.
He said, yeah. He said, and Jody Sue's the one that made that comment about him not finding the ladder rack.
Oh, my God.
He said, all they have to do is take the ladder rack off of it.
Oh, my God. I wonder, are they still looking for that maroon truck, do you know, or or did they just figure out that it was like...
I had no idea.
Oh my God.
It just don't make no sense.
Where did they see, do you remember where they said they saw the maroon truck, like the day Summer went missing? Like who spotted it and where it was at?
I have no idea.
Or if it was just
it was seen in the holler, I think.
Just on this, so in the holler means on Ben Hill? I bet she was, you know what I think she was doing? I think she was waiting for Candace and her mom to get home that day in that truck. Waiting to see what kind of pills they got. I really feel like that. Because, I just know how I was, I just remember back to my using days. And if they owed Jody Sue some type of pills, like if Candace or the grandma was fronted some kind of pills, or if they owed Jody Sue, Because Jody Sue, she had cancer, or right? Or did she supposedly, or?
I don't know. She hollered and said she was here not too long ago. She had cancer,
but she's not a very honest person. So what can we believe? You know?
I think it's just another ploy for sympathy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she was waiting for Candace and them to get home that day, and she was waiting on something and wanted to see when they got home, so she was down on that maroon truck waiting for them. That's what would make sense to me, because I don't know, with the reception and stuff, I don't know if she has Wi-Fi over there. Would have, like, she probably would have been just waiting down there, especially if she was, like, going through withdrawals or whatever. And
she still got her kids?
Yeah, I guess so.
See, that's another thing I don't understand.
Why is she's not responsible with kids? No?
I mean, for that little boy's most of his childhood, up until Andy's grandma died not too long ago, well, I guess about 5 years ago, she raised him, kept him 24 hours a day. And
Holly
she
did?
was so mean. No, not Holly. It was Andy's grandmother. Fleta.
Uh-huh.
The one that lived in there in that house.
Okay.
Fleta. She was a sweet woman. But that little boy Andy was so damn mean to her, it wasn't even funny. I threatened to beat the crap out of him.
Does he have a bad reputation? Does Andy Jr., that people call him? I guess his real name's Damien. I've been calling him Andy this whole time because Fred Hill called him Andy, and I figured that was his name, Andy Jr. I guess that's just a nickname or something, right?
Call him, who did Flea call him? Andrew, I think.
His name, I guess, is legally Damien.
I really don't remember what his name is.
So does he have a bad reputation?
He was just a mean little boy when he was young. I mean, they wouldn't make him mind, and he'd pick up stuff and hit Fleta. And her, an old woman.
He would hit her.
Pick a broom up, hit her across the back with it.
A broom handle? Wow. Did he do any?
A little poodle.
Yeah.
He beat it.
He beat it to death?
No, not to death. He just beat it.
With?
He hit it with something. I don't remember what it was.
He hit up the poodle with something.
Yeah.
Did it get, like,
He was just a little kid. He'd get so fit. I think Andy and them wouldn't show up like they were supposed to or something, and he was so fit. Sweetie would have to call us or call Ron to come up there and help her with him because he was so fit and beat her, throw stuff at her. And
does he have, do you know if he, because Jody Sue was mentioning something like a peeping Tom. Was there ever any peeping Toms around here? Or any stories of that?
We have people up here all the time with somebody around constantly.
Like, just walking, stealing stuff?
Fred has to keep his tools pretty much put up in the truck at all times. Every time he leaves anything laying, it's gone.
But Andy Jr., I'll just call him Andy Jr., is he known to do anything weird sexually, like have anything that, with kids?
I don't know about any of that.
Okay.
Ain't heard anything.
Or peeping Tom, was he in, now the new thing is that he was seen in the woods of Dawn and Candace's area before Summer went missing. That he was caught back there snooping around or doing something. I don't know if you had heard anything like that.
Mm-mm.
Did you see Dawn give Angie money that day, or the Summer went missing the night too? Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
You saw the money exchange? Do you know what that was about? No?
Mm-mm.
You think it was a drug thing, or
I think it was pot.
just weed? Oh. Okay. But how do you remember Dawn that night the Summer went missing? Like, how he was acting?
Guilty. My opinion. Because the man, every time I ever seen Dawn until that night, he had never mentioned religion. And I'll say this till I die.
Mhm.
He never mentioned being God, never. He was always drinking, or he was high on something.
Oh, he was always drinking, for
And
sure.
that night he came up here, after she got gone, he started talking about God, and crucifixion, and how God will resurrect her. That sounds like a man that's guilty.
Yeah, and he never talked like that before? Did you see him often? And he never... Okay. I'm writing down notes, something to remember to ask you about that just popped in my mind. But he never asked about, or he never talked real godly like that all the time.
Never.
Was there a power out? There was a power outage today. Someone went missing, wasn't there?
I don't know.
Is that why the tree people were out here?
No, that's just cleaning up the trees.
See, I heard a power line was knocked over because of the trees. And
I don't know.
you don't remember? It would have been. It may have not been something that lasted very long. You may have not even known. You might have slept through it. Because it would have been really early, like 8-ish or something. So he was acting guilty. Do you remember him being messed up, like high or messed up that night?
Mm-mm.
You couldn't tell if he was drunk.
He didn't act like he was a man that was worried. He just kept saying, "I know she was abducted. I know she was taken. I know for a fact she was taken."
And he didn't say anything about Candace, like he was worried that Candace did something. He didn't act like that. Did he come by here a lot, or where did you guys see him at? Was it down there?
He came up here after we came in and hollered that evening.
Yeah.
We took the car off, I think it was. I was going to take one off, didn't make it up every time. I'm not sure. I can't remember now.
Mhm.
I smoked too much pot or something. I'm sorry.
Okay.
We came in and hollered. We had to come by all them trucks pulling that trailer. Everybody parked down there. It took us forever to get in. And it wasn't 30, 40 minutes. He was up here asking us if we'd seen anything.
Did he seem to really mean it, or when he was asking, or do you think he was just like saying it to seem like he was?
I think he was just putting on a front.
Yeah.
I hate to say that, but I know at least 15 years that I've known this man since I've lived in this holler. And they ain't never mentioned going to church or anything like that. And if they did go to church, they took their kids to the church and let them out.
So the one time I went to their church the Sunday, like before I took off that day, and I got one of the puppies that I still have, and she stayed in the freaking parking lot the whole time, pretty much, in a car. Like, why even go there if you're going to sit out in the parking lot the whole time? I mean, she wasn't the whole time, but she did come in. I mean, but she had, that Robin lady asked me to go out there and have her come in because she just stays out there in the car the whole time and smokes. it's just odd. Do you think that he feels like he probably, I don't know, this is just my theory, I don't know if you'd agree with it, that he knows something and feels like he's using, like he feels like God will forgive him, or do you think it's a front to look good for others, or do you think it's because he's like knows something and he's like feels guilty?
He's just trying to take over his own ass.
Fred last time mentioned something about a silver car Andy was driving, and he said that the truck Andy was following went up 100 to 167 Ben Hill. Do you know about a silver car? Like what car, silver car Andy was driving?
That cube thing? Looks like a cube.
Oh, is it one of their vehicles?
I think it was the one that Jody Sue was driving, that little cube-looking thing.
Oh, okay. Do you know about people getting fentanyl on this road? Was fentanyl something that people get patches? Or it doesn't have to be patches, but whatever. Like, you didn't hear about, like, anybody having fentanyl or anything like strong like that. So I just wondered if possibly, like, my theory is that Summer got into something like strong and she
They're
could
covering it up.
Yeah, like fentanyl possibly. I mean, like there was this drink that was in the back seat, and I thought maybe they threw a patch in there and stuff, and they were just sipping on it, her and that kid, or because the patches are clear. I remember I used to, back when I used to eat them, inside of the patches. So I thought, I also used to make little drinks of, like, the pills that were, they couldn't smash because they put that waxy stuff at them. When they started doing that, I could cut them up and smash up vitamin C and put it in water, and it will turn into this drink, and I drink it. But I was just wondering if Summer possibly got into something like, I don't know if they would know to even think to make something. I don't know what she could have gotten to that was strong enough to overdose her.
Easy, baby, it's okay.
Because I hear that all that Candace's mom got that day was hydrocodones, and that wouldn't have done anything. Wouldn't have been.
I really ain't never heard of Candace do anything such. Every once in a while doing some boxing.
Mhm.
But her thing was drinking.
Yeah.
She was just
bad alcoholic, huh?
And very abusive, verbally abusive. She didn't know it. That's what bothered me most about her.
Do you know that there's accusations now of her, supposedly she was, she would, pinch their privates, kick them in their privates, and supposedly, she would do things like that to, I don't know if that's true or not, but that's.
They said that she was mean as hell to them.
Was it all of them, or was it specifically any of the ones specifically?
Every time I ever seen them be mean to them, it was always all of them.
All of them? And Summer, or?
Summer, I never really was around her that much. She was. I didn't really care much for Candace because she just kept having babies and babies and babies. And she giving them away, man.
She was giving them away? That's one thing that people are trying to figure out is like...
I know she gave one away.
It was in it. You think it was after summer? Or before?
Before summer.
Before summer. She gave, you know for a fact, she gave, like, what do you mean gave away, like when she was at the hospital, or?
She said she took it and went to the hospital while Dawn was at work. And give it for adoption and...
Did she give...
She didn't even really tell Dawn that she's doing it, what I was told.
Did she give birth to the baby at the hospital? So while she was giving birth, or did she give it
the baby and she just left it at the hospital?
That would match up with, it would match up better if it, because I do think that there was one girl before summer, possibly, but after, so that's what threw me off a little bit about,
If I'm not mistaken, it's not been too long ago. It was after summer, maybe. That they want to give away. And they might have been one before summer.
Was she selling them, or?
It didn't seem like it was too long ago. But before summer went missing, that we went up there to get a truck that Dawn gave Fred. And she was pregnant then.
What?
She stood up and she was pregnant, and I just kind of looked at her and she said, "Yeah, I'm pregnant."
And Summer was there. You don't remember if Summer was there?
Yes, Summer was there because they had cut her hair off real short.
What truck was it?
Actually, her head was shaved.
What truck was it?
A blue Ford.
A blue Ford?
We took down there for blue.
Do you care if I take a picture of it, like, before I leave? Oh, okay. Okay. So, the one that has no windows in it right now?
Mm-hmm.
And that was something that, was it working when he was giving it?
It wasn't. We just got it for the motor.
So, Fred just towed it down here?
We pulled it in the holler, yeah.
Okay. So, oh, wow. Okay. Wonder if there was a way to figure out hopefully I can...
And that was about a month before Summer went missing.
And you're pretty sure that she was pregnant at that point?
Yeah.
And that she was about to have a baby?
Yeah, because she looked at me and said, "Yeah, I'm pregnant again."
How pregnant did she look? Like very...
day. I mean, just...
You know what? That would make sense, too, because she's lost a lot of weight. You know, if it was right before... Well, I thought she was losing weight because of the stress of the, everything going on and stuff, but it would make sense if she just had a baby right when Summer went missing,
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Wow. This is bombshell info. If this is true, if there's some way we can prove this.
Hey, Lora, why don't you write that down?
I have to write stuff down, too. I'm going to write that question down to ask Fred about that blue truck, and hopefully I can catch him before, maybe after I have to go pick up my girls over, they're actually at Warriors Path, or at the park right now, but, I really want to see what he remembers about that. But you think you remember seeing Summer when...
Mm-hmm. I know I remember seeing Summer because I thought she was the littlest little boy. And they said, "No, this is our little girl."
And you feel like it was right before she went missing, when her head was shaved.
Mm-hmm.
So that would have been...
It was about a month.
Within the month.
It was about a month before Fred pulled that car, the truck.
Or when, you mean if it was a month before she went missing?
Yeah.
When he got that truck to work, because Fred works on vehicles, right?
They got the truck for the engine.
For who?
For the engine.
Oh, okay.
the engine it was supposed to be good.
You feel okay?
Yeah, I just wish she came on with this pot.
Oh. I don't... Hold on,
I'm getting nervous.
but... Frank, do you know Frank Light at all real well?
No, I don't.
He has a bad reputation, I guess, as far as kiddies, kid weird stuff. Does anybody on this road have any like
Simpson Loop? So, from what I heard, is predators.
Simpson Loop?
I mean, not Simpson Loop, but Simpson over here. If you go back out of the hollers, you turn.
Is Simpsons, is that their last name, or is that the road?
It's just the road.
So on Simpson Road, there's some predators.
Right. It says that there's a predator that lives on this road, but I think it's one of the men's sons that lives there.
Surfy, or is Surfy lives, where's that Surfy, what's his name? Surfy, what's his name? Donald Surfy?
When you come in the holler, and it kind of wilds and goes, it'll cut and go right, and then you'll just come on in the holler this way. When you cut right there and you go up the hill, I think it's this house right here on the other. So this is Jason's yard and stuff.
So you mean on the right, if it's this way? Okay. It's on Simpson. I know which road Simpson is. I never went down it. I have never been down it, but I know which one it is. So have you seen Andy Jr. do anything like you don't know? I mean, because last time Fred was like, "Oh, that kid's about capable of anything." But do you know anything like that? Like, I mean,
Fred knows him better than I do.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he when he was a little boy, and I thought he was a little brat.
Yeah.
I couldn't wear his life out.
Yeah.
I can't even listen to baby kids, man.
Yeah, not that disrespectful.
Look at a young woman and kick her in the legs.
I know, that's just crazy.
That's just nonsense. Be one man and he get jerked up so fast his head spins.
So you don't know of any type of domestic abuse between Andy and Jody Sue?
She's always calling that he's beating on her.
She would say that he was beating on her?
Mm-hmm. But I've never seen her with Mark. I've always seen Andy walk away. From what I've seen, he'd just get in his car and leave. I ain't listening to it and say, and go on.
Is Fred pretty close to him?
No.
Because he's like similar age, close in age to him, right? But really Fred's first cousins with Andy's mom.
Fred's really not getting close to any of them, to be honest. Fred's kind of a loner.
Yeah. He seemed like a nice guy to me. I don't know why. I wish somebody...
It's not that he's not a nice person. He's too good of a person, really.
Yeah, he is. He's a really nice guy.
Too much. Maybe let him buy with too much.
I know. That's what I my impression of him when I met him. I just thought he seemed like a really nice guy.
He's a pushover.
That's me too. That was my impression.
I've always said that Fred's got blinders.
Blinders? Yeah. I mean,
he wants to see the good in everybody.
Yeah.
He gets everybody the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
And then when they prove him wrong, that's me on it.
Yeah, I'm the same way. That's the same way I get. Even though, I mean, I wish. I know that you said that you don't know if Fred would talk to anybody else, but I don't know, Jonathan Lee Riches, I guess is his name. Supposedly he talked to Fred or something. Why, would the bigger dog mess with him?
I'm afraid that she'll take off on me.
Aw.
I come around here earlier and they saw a dog standing at the bottom of the hill. And her standing in the road. So Mama's threatening to beat me.
It's a girl, right?
Yeah.
She's cute.
Mama's threatening to beat me.
So, wait, what was I?
No dog and dogs can jump on her.
Oh. They got rid of all the dogs up on Ben Hill, right? Or up on 110, right?
No, because there's a bunch of them standing down here at Sloan's Hill with their dogs.
Really? So there's still strays up there?
There's two white dogs, black and white dogs.
Are they puppies?
There's small white dogs like hers. But they was standing down there in the road a while ago.
But bigger than her though, right?
Yeah, a little bit bigger.
Because all the ones that I saw over at 110 were the ones that were like I got one of the pups. They all look kind of like terriers. They're like medium-sized dogs or whatever. And yeah, bigger than that for sure.
Spoiled me rotten.
So you said that, okay, you never saw any abuse. I was trying to remember what we were talking about. We were talking about the abuse, supposed abuse. But as much as she lied. Here, I'll pet you. Sit. Sit.
Sit down. Sit, boy. You know what to do. Sit.
I'll give you attention. It's got them. He's a good-looking dog. Yeah, he's a good-looking dog.
I'm a pretty baby.
Mm-hmm. Is he part pit?
He's part lab.
But not a pit?
I think he's part
He looks like he could be like part pit bull, part lab.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Say I had a hard life. For my first 5 years of my life, I was in a cage.
Oh, really?
And they brought me and tied him up at this next place down up on the hill where in Bone Close.
Uh-huh.
And the man that lived there had him tied. And they said that he was mean, shot him, and everything.
What was that guy's name? Do you know?
David Bays.
Bays? Bays, like Bays Mountain?
B-A-Y.
David Bays. What? Huh?
He had shot him and everything, and he was living in the woods. And he would sneak in up here every once in a while, and we started feeding him and trying to get him to come in. And Fred finally got him where he could get close enough to him a little bit. Next thing you know, he took up with Fred.
Is Fred a night owl? Is he up late? So if I came like 11, he'd be up? Because I'm a night owl. Okay. I know that people act like it's so... I'm not scared at all back here. I mean, definitely not here with you guys. Like...
Be scared in here.
And then, and you guys... I mean, I'm not good.
This creek used to be rough. But that was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
It ain't like it used to be.
Well, you
didn't get out and ride down up and down Big Creek.
Well, because summer wells went missing, and it gives it a bad reputation. But I don't think it has anything to do with the road. I mean, in my opinion, I don't think it has anything to do with it being Beach Creek. I think it has all to do with the parents. Something with the parents. They know something. She got into something. She got hurt. They were... I think that she got into some kind of substance, and something that Candace was using that had used, and she couldn't take her to the hospital because it would be on her system, and it would also be in Candace's system. And she ended up, I don't know, and Don, they met somewhere. I don't know, the only other option.
I think it's just like everybody says, that Don knows that he was fixing to get fucking busted. Wide open for fucking child abuse.
Child abuse or sexual
molestation. I have a feeling that he was doing something to that little girl, and we're covering it up.
And you think it's because he was about to go to, or she was getting to school age, and CPS is coming around, right? And so they were afraid that they were going to get in trouble for that.
They're supposed to be in here next morning, I believe it was.
Yeah, they had been coming around, and she had been avoiding them, is what I hear. And Don, for some reason, he would be sleeping at work, like at houses he was working on. So, and he even brought had a little fridge, or I think a little fridge or something that he'd keep food and stuff in it. Yeah, he was staying at his work site for some reason, avoiding CPS. And why can't he have been around when CPS was around? That's weird. Was he not supposed to be around the kids or something?
No, I don't know. I mean, I didn't know either. As far as I know,
because as far as you know, you didn't see him being abusive to the kids, right?
Mm-hmm. I never seen him do anything to them. Really. I mean, not really even get hateful with them. Yeah, because,
when I met him, it was so difficult for me, because he seemed like abusive. He seemed like, it was weird, because I totally just all of a sudden forgot that this guy is probably a child molester in front of me, because he was really nice.
He's good, ain't he?
Yeah, and of course it was all God talk. Oh, one question before I leave. I have to say that. One more question. Do you know anything about, this is just nobody else has said this, but do you know anything about, he's supposedly part of the Mormon church or whatever, right? Or his family is. I don't know. The church he goes to, I don't know if that's a Mormon church or not. I forget. The Kingsport, whatever it was. Did you know his mom? No, because that would have been, she passed in 2007, but
the year that I moved here.
Okay. And you and Fred were together before then too?
I had my first child in 2006 with Fred, so I've been here about a year.
Oh, you guys have a child together?
Oh, we got 2 kids together.
Yeah. So
the little girl and little boy.
Are they with family or something? Okay. Yeah, my daughter. I'm sorry I'm dealing with that. My daughter also. I wasn't paying for me, but she did stay with my mom for a few years, and it was tough.
My oldest daughter she wanted to stay with my mom and them. Of course, they lived in Virginia, and that's all she ever knows. Started school there and everything. She didn't want to leave her friends.
Mm-hmm.
So I just let her, like an idiot, make that decision. That's her choice,
Mm-hmm.
But the other two, when I went down in Virginia and we got Fred got in trouble up there, where his mom called up there and said that Fred shot the house up, and none of that was founded. They come out with fucking arrest warrants and arrested Fred, threw him on the ground, didn't ask any questions, didn't check to see if any of it happened. There's 2 bullet holes in the wall where my brother fucking had shot in the house before. And just because Fred's sister said that Fred pulled a gun on her, they took our kids.
That was the child neglect charge. What did he get? Wasn't that didn't he get a charge, was he driving or something? Because there was some type of no license charge or something I thought was with it. And it didn't make sense. What charges did
he had? Child endangerment. Our 3 kids was the 3 oldest ones. They was in school. The only one that was home that day, and he wasn't even home. He was at the neighbor's house with me when all this went down, and they said that the kids were there, so they took the kids. The oldest 3 was in school, and I come about walking back across the yard, and here comes the law rolling in. I mean, he thought that he killed the president. They shut the damn road down, the main highway, 2 miles in each direction. just to evacuate him. She said that he was holding us and the kids hostage.
I mean, he doesn't have, like, a real bad background, does he?
Nope.
As far as, like, was there a reason why they would think he would...
She thought we told her and told him she didn't know what was going on. Julie called and said that we had shot the house all up and was holding me and kids hostage. It was all over money. Fred was supposed to get a fucking $50,000 payout on the lot where we was in a car accident with his mom in the next week, and they put him in jail so they could get control over his money. And that's exactly what they done.
And did they get the money?
Every bit of it. Every bit of it was gone before Fred got released from jail.
How did they get the money? Why?
Because he had to have somebody's power of attorney. We wasn't married.
Well, he had to have...
While he was in jail, he had to have somebody that was a power of attorney over him so they could get him a lawyer and all that. When you're in jail, you prove yourself guilty. Guilty or guilty. You gotta prove your own thing.
So
you gotta come in outside your stuff.
They wanted to put you as power of attorney. They couldn't have done that.
Before I could even get up her to the jail, she done had everything.
It was his sister or his mom?
His mom.
And his mom got his money?
See, I didn't have a way. I didn't have a vehicle. And the sister was staying up with us up there. We was letting her live in our camper on 11.5 acres of land I just took over from my grandmother's. That was my inheritance. I lost everything. I lost all my inheritance because of this shit and everything.
What's your maiden last name? Do you mind? Huh? Wyatt. White?
Like color.
Okay. I was wondering if it was like a name I heard a lot. No, because you're not from around this area. That's right. So you lost your inheritance from your...
Because of all that.
Because you didn't have the kids, is that why?
No, my mom and them just took it from me. When Fred went to jail, they come 3 or 4 days later, my mom did and told me to get out. When they come and touch the kids and said that Fred had shot the house up, they come the next morning and took the kids out of the house.
And those were your two...
a plate under our bed with a pill on it. And I swear to God, to this day, and they wasn't no drugs in my system and no nerve pills. I still don't know what the fuck was on that plate.
But they didn't give you any charge for the pill or anything?
Yeah, they charged me for child neglect and being high. Said that I was under the influence.
But they didn't give you a drug test to see what was in your system?
Oh, yeah, marijuana showed up my system, so that's what they put me in the kids for.
When you said high, I thought maybe it was something like stronger.
Well, I had just had back surgery a week before that. Was recovering from where they punctured my spinal cord. My legs turned black. And they let me go 3 days before they would take me back into the hospital.
Who's they, like?
The doctors wouldn't see me in Kingsport again until it was on a Friday when I had the surgery, and they told me to wait until Monday morning to come in. And if I had to wait until Monday, I would have never walked again. Because they punctured my spinal cord and...
The hospital did?
With some shots.
So they said you were high, like, once you were probably on some type of prescription too, right? That they prescribed, that was prescribed, right? And so all that, the only thing that...
I tasted what was under the bed, and it was nerve pills.
Oh, like a Xanax or something? Yeah.
because they tried to say that I was doing their pills.
Huh.
I said, God damn, even if I had to take a fucking nerve pill, don't you think I would have deserved it? You motherfuckers just took my whole fucking life.
Yeah.
I mean, my children, my old man, the only thing I've known for the last 10 years. What do you think? So?
Money? Eventually you found out about the money that you lost and all that.
I got a fucking grandma cocaine, so it was fun, and tried to shoot myself.
That's definitely not the drug you want to do it with, though, because when it's that, like...
I know, I wanted to bust my heart.
Wow. I'm sorry. I know how hard it is to lose your... or to not have your kid.
Little boy was not even a year old, man.
Oh, I'm sorry, hon. Yeah.
I've seen him twice.
Is he with your family at least, though? Did you get talk to him at all, or? Yeah. And it's your own Fred. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I know. My daughter was one when I signed over willingly, though, that I was on drugs, and I was not in his case. But I remember one thing, and I'm sure it's the same with you, that stuck in my mind.
The reason I didn't fight it is because I know that with everything that was going on, that they'd be better off where they was at. That I couldn't do nothing.
Well, you're not a selfish person. That's how I was. That's why I signed over my daughter willingly, because I knew I couldn't, and it was hard. It was horrible. It was absolutely. The depression.
My grandmother, my grandfather just passed away. And my grandpa was a wealthy man.
Mm-hmm.
And my aunt got everything. And that's the ones that got my kids.
Is he a good person, though?
You won't understand. Talk to him.
I know.
Because she's got millions. I'm here to tell you millions.
Mm-hmm.
And she wants to throw fit over $600 check. Hospital check.
But she's getting on you guys about child support when she won't even let you talk to your kids.
Yeah. I said I thought she was a lot of visitations and shit with kids, and you had to pay child support, which I thought the law was.
Yeah, wasn't you?
I ain't even allowed to speak to them.
Yeah, I know. I went through that too.
Every time Destiny or Courtney freaking finds out what your phone number is, or I'll find out a number for them, Tammy finds out that they're talking to us, and she changes their phone numbers or takes their phone.
So that was it.
Little Courtney would write her phone numbers in the bottom of her shoes.
So they wouldn't find them? How old's Courtney?
She's 13 now.
So it's okay, so which two does your aunt have? 13-year-old? Or Courtney?
Courtney Fred.
Fred Jr. So...
And Destiny, she's my oldest daughter. She lives there already.
But how old's Destiny though now?
23.
So she'll try to get you in contact with the other two sometimes?
Mm-hmm.
And how old's Fred?
Destiny can call me from her phone.
Aww. So how old's Fred Jr. then?
10.
But the second one you said was 13?
Mm-hmm.
The good thing about that is that, it is hard. It's hard. I know. So I definitely, but now, yeah, my daughter calls me her best friend now, and yeah, it was hard. It was very hard. It was the hardest thing I've ever dealt with. But now obviously it's
been working.
Yeah. The one question I was going to ask you is about, do you know of anything about sister wife type of arrangements, like Dawn's parents. I don't know if you would know. I wonder if Fred knows anything about that. Like if there's anything, because I know they're part of the Mormon Church, but I just noticed that there's, like, Dawn has a bunch of sisters and brothers, and they seem to all have different parents and stuff. Yeah. Even though it was like, I don't know. I just feel with Dawn's dad and his mom, I think I felt like there was do you know Clyde Trent?
No, Bubba. Well, y'all can play together. Go on.
Do you know who Clyde Trent is?
Mm-mm.
She was supposedly the best friend of Karen Goad, Dawn's mom, and she got the house when instead of it going straight to Dawn, it went to her best, who Clyde says is her best friend, who lived up there. And like, I was wondering if they're like sister wives or something.
I ain't heard of it.
Do you know anything about them snitching? Andy or Jody Sue snitching?
Oh, yeah.
Did they snitch to get out of something in like 10 years ago or something?
They snitched on the guy, Kenny Lawson.
Kenny Lawson. That sounds very, very familiar.
They gave him a ride home from the damn jail, and when he got in the vehicle with them and they pulled out, they got pulled over, and they found cocaine in the car, and they took Kenny right back to prison. As Jody Sue and them said that it was his.
But was it his, or?
Mm-mm.
So did that happen?
He got out of jail.